Hi, this is Roy from Online Options Trading. Today I'm going to be doing a full hands-on review of BeeOptions. So this is something I usually don't do with reviews, but I'm going to start this review with my impression on them. They have actually become my favorite broker right now. The reason being they are flat out honest. I mean, everything they do is black and white. They don't hide anything from you. You ask for withdrawal, you don't get a naggy rep calling you, trying to persuade you to deposit more money instead of withdrawing. Their motto is we want happy customers. We want traders to win because we want to have a good reputation among all the traders. And so they have, I'm going to go into the platform really soon, but they have a really, really nice company policy. And this is the reason that I really love them now. I have done a few withdrawals from them in the past just to test out their system, and withdrawals were really, really fast. It's actually the fastest I've ever experienced. Regarding their trading platform, they're one of the first brokers to implement the Spot 2.0 platform, which is really nice. I'll go into that in a second. Let me just quickly log in. So anyone who's familiar with the SpotOption platform will straight away notice that you always get between 1 and 4 graphs of specific assets, and you can just click and scroll through which asset you wanna work through. BeeOptions has a lot of assets. I think as of now they've got about 136 different assets, which are currencies, commodities, indices, and stocks, obviously. Now, some of the new things about the Spot 2.0 platform, for example, is with each graph, you can choose a variety of different time frames. And as you can see, let's say a 12-hour time frame gives you a whole lot of different information regarding where your estimated support and resistance levels are going to be, something that you won't necessarily see on a 30-minute or 1-hour graph. So this is really important. It really helps you when you want to trade. You can choose different types of expiries, obviously, like with the other platforms. Now, one of the biggest changes that they've made here with the Spot 2.0 platform is that they've integrated different types of viewpoints for the regular binary options. So for example, if I click on this one, I see a whole list of different assets. If I click on the currencies, I see all the currencies. Now what I see here is I can see the different potential payouts. As you can see, the investment amount is over here. If I change this, then it automatically changes what my potential payout is. You can see there's a nice graphical illustration of what the asset is. It's really nice. For example, if I want to trade US dollar currency pairs, then automatically I can look for the US dollar flags, and I can it makes it really, really easy and fast to find the assets that you want to trade. The colors here, red and green, represent the last change that the asset just made. Now, if you want, you can just click on the plus here, and you straight away get a nice little graph that you can again change the time frames for. And you can open a number of different graphs, and you can close them, and you can play around with them. So it makes it really easy to skim through the assets and find something that you want to trade. Now, if you know in advance that you're going to be trading, for example, in $50 amounts, the Spot 2.0 system, let's find a nice little asset that looks like it's in a good position to move. Okay, so this is close to support. So what I would do, I'm just going to put in 25 here, and you press the call button, and it opens a trade approval screen. Now this is still live. If you look at the rate, it's still at 1.35199. Now, if you see, it carries on changing. So if I'm in a call position, I'd want this to be as low as possible. So I can sit here and I can wait for this rate to go down to a level I'm more comfortable trading. And when I'm ready, I just click apply. If I don't want to trade, and now it looks like it's running away, it's becoming less and less attractive for me. So I just press cancel and I'd move on. So here I just press cancel, and now I can carry on looking. Now let's see if I can find something. Okay, now this would look like a really nice entry point for a put option. But let's see. As we can see, it's still a bit of a risk because the resistance would probably be more around the 409 position, and right now we're at 368. So, well, chances are we're not gonna. Okay, let's leave this one. Let's see what we have. Oh, this is nice. So if I was to put in, let's say, a put option here at 7075. I'm happy. Let's say I'm happy with this position. I'd click apply, and now I get an approval screen. I've got 3 seconds to approve or cancel, and it's locked. It just approved it, and now I've put in the trade. And now you can see at the bottom here your current position, your investment, your payout. You can open a chart, and you can see where it is right now. And if you want, you can sell, double up, roll over, all the usual things that you have with the SpotOption platform. You can also look at your expired positions, and you can see the chart of how it expired. So I locked in the position here, and it expired way up here. So you can it's really good for learning. So you can see, for example, here I lost. And you can learn from your mistakes. You can review the different here I got a position and I wasn't happy with the entry point, so I canceled. So they still show it, but they show it as canceled. So this was a canceled one. This was another one, a nice one that I did that I won. So all in all, I'm happy. I'm about $90 up. Now they don't manipulate the prices in any way. I'll show you that afterwards. And that's that for now. Okay, another different viewpoint I have is this one. It's like a cascade viewpoint. I can't understand what use this will be. Why someone would want to use this type of viewpoint. Maybe I'll ask their support team. Maybe they know something I don't. But this is just something that looks like a big mess. I would never trade using this type of viewpoint. And another one, a nice one, is a big graph one. We have just one single graph. So if there's a certain, let's say, currency pair or commodity, you see in nice little graphics, gold, oil. So if there's one particular asset that you want to trade and you want to get a nice big look on it, then this can really help you. Okay, in terms of the other features, new features that they have in the Spot 2.0, they've got long-term trading, which is pretty nice. So you've got something that's anywhere between, I don't know, a few hours to a week to 6 months and 9 months in the future. So I'll go into that one a bit later, how I would recommend treating this type of trade. Okay, so now 60 seconds. 60 seconds has become more or less an industry standard because it's amazingly popular with binary options traders. So almost all brokers today are offering this. Now, BeeOptions actually offers both 60 seconds and 30 seconds and even 120 seconds. So you can choose your poison, what type of trade you prefer. Those who are more inclined to, let's say, faster trades would probably want 30-second trades. Those who want something a bit more predictable, I'm not going to say that you can really trade technically with 120 seconds, but it's a bit more feasible than 60 seconds. The minimum amount for this is 5 seconds, sorry, $5. Um, and the payouts, well, they're pretty much standard for what would be 60 seconds. Around about 70%, give or take. So that's it for 60 seconds. One touch. Up until now, One Touch has been a weekend only trading tool. With the new Spot 2.0 system, they've got it as an intra-week system. Basically, they have a target set that the asset needs to reach only once, and if it reaches it, then you get your payout. Even if it doesn't expire on that target, it's enough that it just reaches it. Now the payouts here are tremendous, and I've seen up to 500%, which is pretty good. But the risk is also higher because it's not that likely that that the asset will reach the goal point. So another thing now that they're doing with the SpotOption is pairs. So basically, this is taking two different assets. So right now we've only got gold and silver, and it pairs them together, and you need to try to predict which of the two will perform better. This is a bit more understandable than it used to be, because here with this graph, what you're basically seeing is that if the graph goes up, then that means that the gold is stronger than silver. If it goes down, then silver is stronger than gold. Personally, if you're really into pair trading, I would look at I would check out stock pair, because that's their speciality, and they do it much better. They've also got a much wider variety of pairs on offer. So that's it for pairs. Okay, so as for the accuracy of the platform, all the quotes here on BeeOptions are really accurate. I've tested it a number of times using my live stock feed and using Forex platforms. Here's a quick example. I also recommend doing this regardless, and I'll show you a few nice show you a few nice systems that you can use. So I use eToro. They've got very nice candlestick graphs and everything. But if you take a look at the buy and sell numbers here, you'll see that the quotes given by BeeOptions are always within the bid and the ask for that given asset. So that means that the platform is very accurate. Basically, if you're planning on winning by 1 pip on a binary option, then I'd leave that. You should always go for options that you think you'll be winning by at least 5 to 6 pips, just to be safe. So as you can see here, it's pretty accurate. Now, what I said before is the BeeOptions now have a long-term trading option, and unfortunately you only have a 12-hour graph here. Now, doing a long-term, if you're going to be doing a 6-month or a 3-month option, then obviously you're not going to rely on data that's only 12 hours old. So if you want to go, if you open an account with eToro, I've actually placed the link down below here so you can find it quickly. You can see the candlestick graph of that asset. You've got a lot of different assets that you can check. Sorry, foreign currencies. They don't have different other assets, and you can change the time scale. So let's say a 1-day scale. That gives you a whole new family of information. So you can see exactly how this has been behaving for the last few months. You can even go further back and see where it is. That, as you can see, we're getting really close to a strong resistance level. So if I was to take a long-term trade now, I'd probably put in a put, because from what you can see here, we're getting into a really strong resistance for the whole year. if I was just to look at the 12-hour graph, it would seem that I'm getting into support. I mean that I'm hitting a low point, but that's just for the day. So if you're going into long term, definitely try to use the candlestick graphs provided by an external provider. eToro is a great choice. As for stocks, as you can see, you can also trade different types of stocks. So if you're going long term with stocks, I would recommend also using an external feed. One really good feed for that is actually Google Finance. So with Google Finance, I just put in London Barclays, got the quote. Now, it might seem that the quote here is a bit off, but it's not. The quote here is an average of the bid and the ask. Google only gives you the last buying price, which is obviously going to be different. Now, with the graphs in Google, you can simply zoom out and see the behavior over a number of months to even years. I mean, you can choose how much data you want to see. So if I'm doing a 3-month option, I would look at this. I can't really see any trend that would warrant me going into a long-term option here. If I was to do something like that, I think I'd probably take a call and hope that it will be on one of the spikes when it expires. But again, this would just be a guess. This wouldn't be a stock that I'd necessarily go into. Okay. Other than that, BeeOptions, they offer a lot of market tools, a lot of different things. They give you some expiry rates of the assets during the day. This completely eliminates the chance that they can manipulate the price of your option because of because of the direction you chose. Because later anyone can go and see what the real expiry rate was, and if that wasn't your expiry rate, then obviously you can prove it, and they basically shot themselves in the leg. So this guarantees you that there's no manipulation going on with the prices. Let's see how the option I bought earlier went. So I can go back to my expired positions, and I won it. Nice. Okay, so the bottom line is, like I said at the beginning of the review, is that BeeOptions not only are very trustworthy and the most honest binary options broker I've run across, but they also have a really terrific platform. It's really easy to navigate. They have a lot of assets. They have a lot of great cool features. So I would definitely recommend them. If you want more information, feel free to check out the link below for the full BeeOptions review. I also have a link there directly to the website, and if you want to check out eToro, you can do that as well. Thanks for watching.